What's up, guys? I just got done with a morning hunt here in Michigan. You can see that I'm drenched in sweat and swamp water, but as I was sitting up in the tree, I was thinking that we could do a much better job explaining some of the adjustments you can make to your saddle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an individual video for each adjustment, and then I'll make a final video that ties all the adjustments together so you can really customize the fit and feel of your saddle. Alright, so first up, let's talk about tether height. And tether height is really important because tether height is what's going to set the angle of pull going into your saddle. So if I have a higher tether, this is going to be, my tether is going to be at a steeper angle, and the pull going into my saddle is going to be coming at a steeper angle. As I move that down, because my distance from the tree doesn't really change as long as I keep my bridge length constant, which we'll talk about in the next video. But as I move this down, this angle is going to gradually get larger, right? And that pull going into your saddle is going to be less. The angle of pull is going to be less steep, and you're going to feel less pull going into your saddle. So the flip side of that is as you move down, you're going to end up putting more pressure into your feet. So tether height is all about balancing your weight. Where do you want your weight distribution to go? Do you want it to go into your saddle, or do you want it to go into your feet? Now, a lot of times you can, if you're doing a long sit, right, you can switch, you can change your tether height. You know, if your feet start to get fatigued, move your tether height up, and you can get a little bit more pull into your saddle and take some of that weight out of your feet. If you're getting too much pressure in your hips and your butt's starting to hurt a little bit, move your tether down, and you can put some of that weight into your feet and give your butt a break. Now, the goal is to find that sweet spot, right? What is that perfect balance for you in terms of tether height and where that weight's distributed between your feet and into your saddle. So as you go through trial and error, that's what you're going to want to think about as you're doing it, and try and feel that weight transfer. So gradually move your tether down, and you're going to feel that pressure, that weight go into your feet more. So you can play around with that, and eventually you'll find a sweet spot. For me, I like to have my tether right about at mouth height, basically, mouth or chin. It depends a little bit on the tree, but generally speaking, when I set up, just like I did this morning and just like I do every morning, I put this right here, right at my mouth. And that seems to work well for me. I'm about 6'1", 180 pounds. This stuff is going to be very specific to your body type and just your personal preferences, right? So you got to play around with it. But this is a good place to start. And this applies to all saddles, by the way, not just ours. So you can play around with this with whatever saddle you have. So like I said, for me, mouth height is a really nice spot for me. It obviously depends on my other settings, right? My bridge length and where I'm set on my bridge loops with my Prusik. So there's a few other variables that go into this. We'll talk about these in the next videos, but that's the gist of tether height. The higher you go, the more weight is going to go into your saddle. The lower you go, the more weight is going to be transferred into your feet. And finding that balance between the two is the key to finding the right tether height for you. So thanks for watching this video. The next one we're going to talk about bridge length, and then that one will be followed up by the position of the bridge Prusik. So a couple more videos to go, and then we'll wrap them all up and show you how they all kind of work together. So anyway, thanks for watching.